Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to talk about the topic of leg day. My attitude towards it, whether it's essential for aesthetics, and yeah. So I've always had a massive temptation to skip leg day because for a variety of reasons. Number one, it's not very aesthetic. And number two, in my case, I did a lot of jogging when I was younger, and I still do, I love doing it. So I've actually got quite good legs. So I've always been this has been my top half of my body that's been underdeveloped. And it's the focus I've really had with bodybuilding is basically aesthetics, And aesthetics is generally the top half of your body. That's generally what seems as the most attractive part of your body to put on muscle. And yeah, sure, it looks impressive to have nice calves or nice, whatever, but it's not the kind of, it's not like having a six-pack or like having good biceps or a big chest or whatever, shoulders or whatever. However, I do still train it, and I'll explain to you why. So, I think the big thing is that you need, for a truly good physique, you need a foundation on it. And the more I sort of look into bodybuilding, the more I kind of think, well, there's no point developing this muscle if I don't have this muscle as well. Everything needs to be quite well proportioned. People do kind of think, I just want biceps, I just want a big chest. But if you get to a point where you're actually developing those muscles, and then you don't have like a strong back, for instance, you don't have a proper back with which to carry it, or legs, you don't have good legs, you start ending up looking a bit like sort of unhealthy bodybuilder look, your posture's going to be off, and more importantly, this is my second point, is you won't carry yourself fantastically well, I don't think, because you'll end up being a bit top heavy, and 90% of the time people aren't going to be looking at your legs, so for aesthetics, pure aesthetics, it doesn't matter. But I think what's really great about bodybuilding, and I'm going to do another video about this later on, is that it's not just how you look physically, but it's how you carry yourself. If you have a strong back, and you just have better posture, you got better posture. There's a certain dignity to bodybuilding in terms of how you look, which I think goes beyond the aesthetics. That's not me trying to say that aesthetics is superficial. Because it's not. I'm all for that. I'm all for looking good, but I just think you don't want to miss out on the good stuff of how you carry yourself. Because I think it's just as important. Like having good posture is just it's such a gift to give to yourself. And you can't have that without legs at all, really, I think, because you'll be top heavy. Like how you feel after you've done a massive amount of squats, and you just kind of, the way you walk, obviously, like when you go downstairs it's a bit embarrassing because you can't really walk properly, but like just after you do it and you kind of take your first few steps, you got that sort of powerful walk about you because all the blood's in your legs, right? And I think that's extremely attractive to have that kind of obviously you don't want to overdo it, but yeah, there's just something about how you carry yourself with strong legs, because it is such a massive muscle group. So that's the other reason. And lastly, I think I want to concentrate more on just the psychological stuff. So stuff like testosterone is massively increased by leg day, more so than upper body because you're exercising so much more muscle. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think the kind of kick I get out of doing a leg day, if I really do it properly, you know, my calves are burning and you know, I'm sort of squatting or leg pressing until I just can't do it anymore. It gets to that point where just like the sort of feeling of relaxation afterwards is so much greater. So this is why I incorporate leg day, even though I am someone who comes from a sort of desire to look very aesthetic. That's kind of my main goal in the gym. That's why I still train legs. So in terms of the argument I present here, I think my advice would be don't treat this as comprehensive advice. Because I think it's something you can judge for yourself, really. And often people will be quite happy just training upper body, and that's enough for them for the time being. Sorry, just an ambulance going past. So I would say, so if you're at a stage where you're not training legs, it's not the end of the world, you know. I think that's fine. If you're getting the results you want, fantastic. But I think you only want to do it if your heart's really in it. And I'm at a position now where I've, you know, because I started off I didn't train legs, but gradually I thought I became more and more reconciled towards training them. And so maybe it'll be the same for you, maybe it won't, you know. But you want your heart to be in it, basically. So I would say consider what I've said here in favour of it, but it's not an authoritative source.